Jeffrey Travers here. My name is Jeffrey Travers. I like to call my name. Maybe I should put a movie on my name. Welcome to the show. We are extracting today. We are doing a review on Extraction 2. And please, if you haven't seen the movie, well, you can still stay if you love spoilers. Or if you want to know how a movie goes before you jump into it, these are some few things you need to know about. And if you're still watching right now, do us a favor. Like, drop a comment, and subscribe to the channel. So let's do the extraction montage. Let's go. Boom, we're back. Welcome back. It's still Extraction 2. like we went anywhere. Still Extraction 2, and now we want to talk about the movie. Now, Chris Hemsworth in this picture actually outdid himself. He actually outdid himself. Now, he is a part of, for one, he's a part of the production team, like executive producer in this picture, because what they did in Extraction 1 in 2021 was out of this world. I mean, whew, I still get the chills from that picture. It was rated the #1 picture of that year, and now they have come up with this one. Now, Chris Hemsworth wanted to make it real, like real, not doing blue screen or green screen productions and doing stuff which are not real, which brings me to Tom Cruise, who also do everything real, jumps off buildings for real, jumps off plane for real. And that has now created a new trend of actors wanting to actually provide you with that realness. Now, what they did in Extraction, Chris Hemsworth actually did all his stunts. Now, Hannington, who has been Chris Hemsworth's stuntsman for about 10 years, was out of a job this season for this picture, matter of fact, because Chris Hemsworth knows that when you have a scene whereby he's fighting or he's jumping on a train or jumping out of a building, falling from a skyscraper and all of that happened, I mean, basically, he got to do it for real. It has to be him, not anybody else. So Bobby Hannington was out of picture. Matter of fact, was out of job for this particular picture, which is good. I mean, Jackie Chan actually introduced the idea of doing your own stunts. Tom Cruise took it to the next level, and now Chris Hemsworth is following suit. And also, you have my boy John Wick, Keanu Reeves, who's also doing the same thing, doing his own stunts. Now, let's get back to the picture. Now, the picture was shot with one thing in mind: to give the audience, the viewers, the fans, something real, like get the feel of real action. Now, every actor who was in the picture were busy doing the same thing, like their own stunts themselves, because if Chris Hemsworth was doing it, everybody else is doing it. Nobody's bringing in somebody new. And guess what? They also gave more roles to characters in this picture. More roles. Like Nick in the last picture, the lady who, the handler. Now, in this picture, she has more role. And now guess what? She has one of the best fight scenes that a woman has ever put in play. One of the best fight scenes. I mean, she scares me the way she cuts people open. Like, it's crazy. Nevertheless, the picture is rated around, for plot, I'll give you the rating later, but let's get back to the picture. Now, from the start, I don't want to give you spoilers. From the start to where we had the primary action scene, that's the initiating action scene, initiating fight scene, it was 21 minutes of uncut scene, uncut fighting, uncut action, uncut car chasing, uncut everything. Now, the fact it was uncut, there's this thing which comes up. Like when they did the first Extraction, we were blown away with that uncut idea. You get, we were blown away from it. Like, boosh, this is so cool. But now we know it's gonna happen. We're seeing it, so we're not overjoyed or like, oh my God, blown off out of the waters. But it is still beautiful. Now, for someone who probably might be a cinematographer, seeing the way the camera transits from outside a vehicle into a moving vehicle and goes to a backseat and comes out of the roof and goes to the next car and this was fast paced. Imagine all those kind of scenarios, those kind of scene cuts. There was no cut, as a matter of fact. It was just straight shoot. So all of that put in play gave us, even though we know that this is an uncut production, an uncut scene, 21 minutes, we still fell in love with it because it was beautiful. Then moving to what it was. Now, one thing about uncut scene is you want it to end. You want that uncut scene to stop because too much of everything is bad. Because like you have this feeling like the picture, probably the whole picture will just be one uncut production, and that means there's this the whole story might just be told within 1 hour or 1 hour 20 minutes or 30. But this is a 2 hour picture, so it was a beautiful one. So that 21 minutes for me it was too long. I think they should have just taken a little, like 15 minutes was long enough. But 21 minutes, ugh, but it's still beautiful. One other part of the picture, which is, let's say, too out there for us, was the fact that from the trailer you have seen like the full context of the picture. Like it is too given. A lot was revealed in the trailer. I mean, you could tell the whole movie from the trailer. Like literally, like when you watch that trailer, 2 minutes, 23 seconds, trailer, 2 minutes, 27 seconds trailer, then 2 minutes, 40 seconds trailer. Those trailers, if you watch them, trust me, you can tell the entire movie from the trailer, except for the fact that where a lot of other characters are brought in. Now, the backstory of those boys growing up, I mean, being thrown out, abandoned, they were left to fend in the wild and all of that, and eventually came back as heroes or top dogs and became the like cult worshipped gods, tin gods, I might say. It's a very good one. I like that storyline. It's I mean, it's like you could see a lot like these two boys been thrown out. You be thinking like, okay, they would go out there, struggle, fight for themselves, and become good people and want to make a difference. But no, they went out there and became worse, and they turn the world upside down. So that was a very good plot. And now the scene where Chris Hemsworth was actually the prison break where he was actually taking the kids and the family out of the prison, where Ziv, the husband of the wife's sister, came in the picture. That fight was so good. It was perfect fighting, and the way he was killed was brutal. So I mean, they did a lot of good work there. Then let's go to some of the scene which actually made more sense to me. The fact that you're having a good picture running, you also have to have somebody who would die in the picture. Some good people have to die in the picture, not just the bad people dying all the way. Somebody got to die on both sides. So the good side are dying, the bad side are dying. But what we're trying to actually address in this picture is the plot. I would score the plot, maybe give it a 65, a 70. But the cinematography, the shooting, and the action, I'll give it a 95 or 9.5. Yeah, it was 7. Okay, 95. So that's like up there. This picture has been able to create a franchise whereby, like John Wick, for instance. John Wick started as how much was it? A $500,000 budget movie, a $5 million movie. Yeah, John Wick started as a $5 million movie and moved to a $40 million movie and moved to from what it was raking from the box office, it was getting a lot more. Now, John Wick, right now, the John Wick 4, first week got $400 million because the movie was shot with about about $100 million, $130 million. But right now, $120 million. Right now, it is at, oh yeah, I got to get my numbers straight though, but it's crossed the $400 million mark. And right now, they know that they have a good followership for that kind of picture. Action, core fight, killing, action movie. John Wick has actually built that. And now, Keanu Reeves also gave us a spoiler that I'm not dead in the picture yet. And like my boy Dan was saying that in the review, after the first review we did, he said they created that scene that Keanu Reeves died just for him to get out of the killing business, being an assassin or hitman. But yeah, it makes some sense right now because Keanu Reeves said it in one of the interviews that I'm not dead yet. So that was a spoiler. Oh, that's a leak, which he never wanted to say though, but he said it. If I have to draw up similarities between John Wick and Extraction, Both movies are action pictures. Don't actually mess with them. Both pictures are really hot action movies. John Wick has gone to chapter 4, Extraction is in chapter 2 or number 2, part 2, whichever you want to call it. These two pictures, they have something unique, but the difference, which makes me tilt more to Extraction, is the fact that John Wick, there's some unrealistic actions, like especially chapter 4, the killing, the shooting was too much. I mean, how could you empty a whole clip on somebody and he's still alive? Like, you can, like, using your arm, like, dodge, blocking bullets, and your arm is not falling off or whatever it is. And Extraction too, like even a stabbing, like when Nick was fighting on the train, like she stabbed somebody on his arm and pulled the knife all the way down. I'm like, shit. Like she grabbed somebody's hand, and there was there's a broken window in the train. So you have the parts of the glass still on the railing of the window, the frame of the window. He grabbed somebody's hand and ran the person's hand wrist through those broken glasses, and I'm like, whoa, this is like some real gangster action. So Extraction is more realistic, and it shows real action, not just somebody shooting like this. No, it shows you some real stuff, and the good part is that continuous non-stop shoots. That clip is very intriguing, especially that train scene. Oh my god, it's beautiful. If you have not seen the movie, go see the Extraction 2. It's killing it on Netflix right now. We're actually marketing Netflix. I hope they pay us for it. Nevertheless, let's get back to it. So to wrap it up, I'll say Extraction 2 now has created a major franchise. One of the major signals or liner or factor which actually gives this picture a wow rating for me was the introduction of Idris Elba. Now, dude is known as like this. Like from what I got initially, is like, okay, bringing a big name as Idris Elba to be a part of Extraction. You cannot have that kind of name as just a handler or just a government agent. So probably or most expectedly in the next Extraction, Idris Elba is going to team up with Tyler, that is Chris Hemsworth, to do another job. When the lady said in the car chase that that they're coming, they're gonna kill, they're bringing killers. He said, "What am I? I'm a killer too." Like that was so cool. So final rating is plot for me is I leave it at 70. Then the production I keep it at 95. So until we actually do get another bigger movie, this is what we say sayonara. And don't forget, like, subscribe, and drop a comment. Adios.